In today's digital age, the way we perceive and use money is rapidly evolving. While traditional fiat currencies like the US dollar or euro have been the norm for centuries, the rise of cryptocurrencies has introduced a groundbreaking alternative. But what exactly sets these two forms of currency apart? In this video, we'll dive deep into the fundamental differences between cryptocurrency and fiat money, exploring their underlying principles, characteristics, and implications for the future of finance. What is fiat currency? Fiat currencies, such as the dollar, euro, or yen, are the traditional forms of money we're all familiar with. They are issued and regulated by central banks or governments and are declared legal tender within a particular country or economic region. The value of fiat currencies is not backed by a physical commodity like gold or silver. Instead, it derives its worth from the faith and credit of the issuing authority. One of the key characteristics of fiat money is its centralized nature. Central banks control the supply of fiat currencies, adjusting it through monetary policies like printing more money or increasing interest rates. This centralized control allows governments to manage inflation, deflation, and other economic factors. But it also means that fiat currencies are subject to the decisions and policies of the issuing authorities. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, are digital or virtual currencies that use cryptography for security and operate on decentralized networks. Unlike fiat currencies, cryptocurrencies are not issued or controlled by any central authority. Instead, they rely on a distributed ledger technology called blockchain, which records and verifies all transactions on a public, decentralized network. The most well-known cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, which was introduced in 2009 by an anonymous individual or group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are created through a process called mining, where powerful computers solve complex mathematical problems to validate transactions and add them to the blockchain. One of the key advantages of cryptocurrencies is their decentralized nature, which means they are not subject to the control or manipulation of any government or central authority. This decentralization also provides transparency, as all transactions are recorded on the public blockchain and can be verified by anyone on the network. Differences in creation and supply. One of the most significant differences between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies lies in their creation and supply mechanisms. Fiat currencies are created and controlled by central banks, which can print more money or adjust interest rates to manage the money supply and influence economic factors like inflation and employment. In contrast, cryptocurrencies are created through a process called mining, where powerful computers compete to solve complex mathematical problems and validate transactions on the blockchain. The supply of most cryptocurrencies is limited by design, with a maximum number of coins that can ever be mined. For example, Bitcoin has a hard cap of 21 million coins, ensuring its scarcity and preventing excessive inflation. This fundamental difference in creation and supply has significant implications. Fiat currencies are subject to the decisions and policies of central banks, which can lead to inflation or currency devaluation if too much money is printed. Cryptocurrencies, on the other hand, are designed to be deflationary, with their limited supply and increasing adoption potentially leading to appreciation in value over time. Differences in decentralization and transparency. Another key distinction between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies lies in their level of decentralization and transparency. Fiat currencies are centralized, with their issuance and management controlled by central banks or governments. This centralized control means that fiat currencies are subject to the decisions and policies of these authorities, which can sometimes be opaque or influenced by political factors. In contrast, cryptocurrencies are decentralized and operate on public, distributed ledgers called blockchains. Every transaction is recorded on the blockchain and can be verified by anyone on the network, providing a high level of transparency. There is no central authority controlling or manipulating the cryptocurrency supply or transactions. This decentralization and transparency have significant implications for trust and security. With fiat currencies, users must place their trust in central banks and governments to manage the currency responsibly. With cryptocurrencies, the trust is distributed across the entire network, and the transparency of the blockchain ensures that no single entity can manipulate or control the system. Differences in anonymity and accessibility. Another important difference between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies lies in their level of anonymity and accessibility. Fiat currency transactions typically require the involvement of intermediaries such as banks or financial institutions, which have access to personal information and can track or restrict transactions. In contrast, cryptocurrency transactions can be conducted directly between individuals, without the need for intermediaries. While cryptocurrency transactions are recorded on the public blockchain, they are pseudonymous, meaning that they are linked to wallet addresses rather than personal identities. This level of anonymity can be appealing for those seeking privacy or trying to circumvent censorship or restrictions imposed by centralized authorities. However, it's important to note that while cryptocurrencies offer a higher degree of anonymity, they are not completely anonymous. With the right tools and expertise, it is possible to trace cryptocurrency transactions and potentially link them to real-world identities. In terms of accessibility, cryptocurrencies have the potential to provide financial services to millions of underbanked or unbanked individuals around the world. Unlike traditional banking systems, which often have strict requirements and barriers to entry, anyone with an internet connection can create a cryptocurrency wallet and participate in the decentralized financial ecosystem. Conclusion. As we've explored, the differences between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies are profound and far-reaching. From their creation and supply mechanisms to their levels of decentralization, transparency, anonymity, and accessibility, these two forms of currency represent fundamentally different approaches to money and finance. While fiat currencies remain the dominant form of money today, the rise of cryptocurrencies has opened up new possibilities and challenged traditional assumptions about how money can be created, managed, and used. As this technology continues to evolve, it will be fascinating to watch how these differences shape the future of finance and our understanding of value itself.